Hello, EOS Nation, and welcome to episode 33 of the EOS Hot Sauce. I'm your host, Daniel Keys, and we've got another spicy one for you this week. In this week's episode, EOS Resources, Wacks Nation updates including Karma, ChainClash, and HeroSphere, EOS VC funds Biscuit and Audigent, Evripedia, HireVibes, Sense 2.0 survey, Boss AMA, Crypto Legends, EOS DT vs MakerDAO, and Emanate remix competition. EOS Hot Sauce is available in every format. You can watch on YouTube, listen on SoundCloud, listen on Apple Podcasts or your podcast player of choice, and subscribe to the EOS Nation newsletter at eosnation.io. Up first, EOS Resources. Resources on the EOS public network have been getting a lot of attention recently, and stakeholders of all kinds, including Block 1, have been contributing their input to the conversation. Daniel Larimer shared his ideas on reimagining EOSIO CPU resource allocation in a recent blog post. The intended results are something that all stakeholders would like to see: stabilize CPU prices, reduce CPU rental costs, and increase CPU access predictability. Daniel Larimer was quoted, "To achieve this, 100% of all CPU time should be leased from the system contract at an EOS price that grows exponentially as the percentage of CPU lease increases. The EOS paid to stake the lease CPU time would be distributed to staked EOS tokens, example, the Rex pool." Those who are left a bit confused after reading the article can head on over to EOS community member Phoenix's YouTube channel, where he uploaded a 30-minute video doing a deep dive on Dan's proposal and breaking it all down for the viewer. You can also check out his working document to play around with the numbers if you'd like. For example, changing the exponent from 4 to 6 to 2 allows you to see the different impacts it would have on the price of CPU. Another great contributor to the EOS resource conversation is Dexaran, a skilled developer whose previous articles were included in our recent EOS Hot Sauce CPU edition. This week, Dexaran published another article on the EOS Go platform titled "The Impact of Recent EOS Proposals on the Long-Term Utility." Dexaran shared his thoughts and insights on the following topics: EOSIO resource allocation reimagined, only build first authorizer, blockchain governance proposal by Dan Larimer, and RAM mechanics. There's a lot to unpack from all this great content that has been produced in the recent weeks, and EOS Nation is here to help you understand and make sense of it all. Join our CEO Yves LaRose and our CTO Denis Carrière on December 4th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for an EOS Radio Live episode that's going to be dedicated to talking about EOS resources, and in particular, the new Rex 2.0 model that has been proposed by Dan Larimer. All this talk about EOS resources has led a lot of people to pay more attention to them, and in particular, their costs. Users who are curious to know the price of various EOS resources like CPU, net, and RAM are encouraged to visit newdex.io and navigate to the EOS main and then resources. Here, users can find graphs that allow them to quickly visualize price and trends in the CPU and net, RAM, and Rex markets. We've linked to that and everything else we mentioned at the bottom of the article on our website. Up next, EOS VC invests in Biscuit and Audigent. In the last few weeks, EOS VC, the venture capital arm of Block 1, has deployed 2 new investments in blockchain companies. The first investment bolsters Block 1's growing gaming lineup by backing the creators of the popular game EOS Knights. Mike Alexander, CEO of EOS VC, was quoted, "Biscuit has taken the powerful qualities of blockchain smart contract and combined it with the traditional role-playing game elements to produce one of the best-loved gaming apps on the market." The other investment that was made public was through Galaxy Digital's participation in a Series A financing round of Audigent, a data management platform and leading-edge data agency. The funding will allow Audigent to continue its expansion as the premier first-party data platform for entertainment, sports, and lifestyle verticals. Up next, Wacks Nation community updates. After weeks of highlighting the different services available for dApps that choose Wacks, this week our Wacks community updates brings news of many projects that are choosing Wacks as their blockchain platform of choice. Instead of Wacks services, this week we'll talk about dApps. First up, we have the popular social media platform Karma that has announced their migration over to Wacks. Karma CEO Dallas Rushing highlights some of the reasons why they felt the move from EOS to Wacks was best for them. Very cheap account creation was one of the main draws, along with cheaper costs for network resources. Dallas also mentioned that he appreciates the Office of the Inspector General that is assuring that the top 21 is populated with high-value guilds. Next, we have the very popular game Prospectors that's launching their new map on Wacks. In order to help onboard new users onto the blockchain gaming platform, Wacks makes it super easy for users to create new accounts through the Wacks All Access feature. Try it out, get your gold mining pickaxe ready, and jump into the fresh new land on December 4th. Another popular game that announced it's coming to Wacks is ChainClash. This game pits different blockchain protocols and different characters against each other to see which blockchain community will reign supreme. Although we're usually against crypto tribalism, it's fun to fight EOS's Brock Pierce against Bitcoin Cash's LL Cash J. And that's just one funny example. And our final game migration announcement this week brings us to the very promising HeroSphere.gg. This fantasy esports platform is tackling the centralized nature of the online betting industry by enabling users to place wagers with their friends and family instead of the old-fashioned bookmakers. The platform has 260,000 users and is interested in Wacks for their user-friendly features and free and fast transactions. Actually, we are going to talk about a new Wacks service available on the network after all. Apparently there are so many services on Wacks that we can't even go 1 week without talking about them. The Wacks Cloud Wallet allows you to easily interact with the Wacks blockchain and the dApps that are built on it, allowing users to log in through familiar platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Google, Reddit, and others. The Wacks Cloud Wallet allows users to easily onboard onto the platform and start gaming quickly. For a more in-depth look at the Wacks Cloud Wallet, check out yet another fantastic guide by the top 21 Wacks Guild, EOS Amsterdam, which explains the Wacks Cloud Wallet and how to use it. And finally, if you have any questions about anything Wacks related, make sure to participate in this week's AMA as Wacks co-founder William Quigley hosts a Twitter AMA on Thursday, December 5th at 10:45 a.m. PST. Up next, EOS ecosystem updates. First, we have an update from Everipedia. Being ranked number 1 by traffic on MarketCap.1, it's clear that Everipedia platform gains popularity and maintains a very active user base. As the Everipedia team reported, several new features were added in a way that will incentivize editing on Everipedia even more. Editors can now earn stake badges for continuous days of editing, and very special users can get the top editor badge as a sign of their expertise. A new editor profile page was also added, giving users the chance to share more information about themselves, which will all be stored on-chain. In order to grow the overall Everipedia ecosystem, the team launched IQ Projects, a fund consisting of 5% of the total circulating supply of IQ tokens. Anyone planning to build a project that integrates or extends existing Everipedia software can apply and not only get funding, but also receive technical support and advice. In a special article introducing the fund, the team gave some examples for potential projects that would qualify for funding. We encourage all builders to check it out. You can find a link to that and everything else we mentioned at the bottom of the article on our website. And now an update on HireVibes partnerships. We're happy to report that HireVibes is successfully making new partnerships in the global recruiting economy. Their recently launched contractor service now boasts a partnership with a global e-commerce brand for 11 software engineering contractor roles across Europe. HireVibes has also forged a new partnership with the innovative recruiter Rollforce, and announced that they expect 10 to 20 senior positions across multiple cities will be added to the HireVibes recruiting platform. In order to better service their customers, HireVibes is distributing 250,000 HVT for community members that are willing to fill out their survey, which deals with the following topics: staking rewards, HireVibes community funds, and rebranding HVT to Vibecoin. Instructions to qualify for the HVT, along with more details for the new partnerships, can be found in the recent article linked on our website. Sense 2.0 survey. With Crystal Rose as CEO and Tim Draper as the new board of directors, SenseChat has some very experienced people shaping the product. Their goal is to bring much-needed benefits of blockchain technology, like censorship resistance, privacy, and accountability, in the form of chat application for the masses. While the team is working hard on their 2.0 product, they regularly keep in touch with the community of users, either directly through features within the app or through surveys. This week's survey helps the Sense team by giving them feedback on what you'd like out of your next-generation blockchain-based chat application, and you'll earn some Sense tokens while you're at it. And now an update on the Boss AMA. Based upon questions previously gathered in the Boss Core community channels, Boss Core had their first community AMA with Boss Executive Team Vice Chairman Winlin. The main topic was the upcoming unactivated airdrop token burn, but also other important upgrades that are coming to the Boss network were discussed. If you've missed the opportunity to join the AMA, you can still catch up by watching the video recording or reading the written summary. And now a quick update on the Crypto Legends guide and competition. Crypto Legends partnered with Token Pocket for a competition to celebrate the launch of an exciting new card trading game. The total prize pool is 1,000 EOS for the most successful players, plus an additional 1,000 TPT every user can earn for a retweet, and 100 in-game crystals per daily login. EOS Nation Ambassador Toju Kaka took some time to check out the game and wrote an article with instructions for anyone who wants to participate. EOS DT vs MakerDAO. Equilibrium introduced the global crypto community to the opportunities for DeFi powered by EOS-based smart contracts at the Crypto Defiance event in Singapore. There's no doubt how committed the team is to the project. CEO Alex Melikov took the time to write a great article on DeFi Prime, in which he compares Equilibrium to the MakerDAO project. Stablecoins play an important factor in terms of general crypto adoption, and we're happy to see Equilibrium's EOSDT making waves across the different blockchain platforms. And finally, Emanate Remix Competition. Attention musicians in the EOS community and beyond. Emanate has once again started a remix competition with Unison Records, who are among the first official Emanate label partners. This time, aspiring producers get the chance to show their skills using the stems of In My Head, the brand new single of the French duo Savant. Prizes are in US dollars as well as in EMT tokens, and the winning remixers will get a release on Unison Records. Emanate keeps building good relationships in the music industry and also supports very young talent through their artist development program. The young talent Laminar, who was discovered in the last remix competition, just released his first single on Emanate. And that's all for this week's episode of EOS Hot Sauce. EOS Nation is a top block producer on the EOS Public Network. We earn inflation rewards based on the percentage of tokens staked towards us. Those rewards are reinvested into EOSIO community, tools, and infrastructure. Help grow the ecosystem by staking your vote to EOS Nation FTW for BP or proxying to Proxy4Nation. Once again, I'm your host, Daniel Keys, and we'll see you again next week. Until then, let's keep it spicy.